matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Blues of Brooklyn. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Drill, 52. Ready.
On play action. Love to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
The give now to Abanikanda. Able to slither by. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check pink.
Abanikanda once again. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Love now to pass on first down. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Ready. Black walk. Ready.
And they'll begin on the ground here with Evans. Now he's free to midfield. How about this? Racing to the end zone. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Zach Evans with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Here we go.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
You talk about this Rams defense. They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
2nd and 10.
Drill green. Fight, fight.
Play action this time with Love. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Here we go.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. To throw now. Here's Love. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll go right back to Evans here on 1st down. And just shedding him off there. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Zach Evans with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Opposite. Green. Ready.
Again, a run with Evans. Escapes the and shedding the tackle, and that's some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 160 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a handoff coming left, Evans. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. But you look at this defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
They get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It was Harrison Smith there up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll try the left side with Evans. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Zach Evans doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And taken right at the 35. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Let's go now.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Check right. Ready.
They'll try and run for it with Evans. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Cut.
Play fake. Here's Love. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Ready up. Check. Cut.
Love looking to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go. Blaster. 6. Ready.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. Caught by Wilson. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 4.
5, 6.
Here's Love. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Ready.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Set, hunt. Red, yellow. 6, back up. Green jack. Hunt, hunt.
1st down, Love to pass. He'll complete this one to Watson. They get him to the ground line on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now Love. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half.
Ready,
And they'll be in
ready.
search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Claude red. Ready.
Going back to Love. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Byron Young in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Okay.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Shot. 17. Hunt, hunt.
On play action, Lance. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Ready. 22 needle. Ready.
Now play fake. Lance. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, LA. Puka Nacua his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Marr now to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Rams 29, Blues 10. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Okay, ready?
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hut.
Throwing. Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Set. Hut.
On 3rd down, Love. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. It's a punt return score of 70 yards. And the Rams continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Blues 10. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Go now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. The Love's throw brought in by Watson. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Blues 10.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Here we go. Set.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
3-3. Set.
Play action. Now it's Lance. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Lance. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. Down the right sideline. And down to the 27-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Trouble, 38.
They'll run on first down with Evans. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Let's go.
From the 24 now, here's second down and 7.
Ready?
They'll stay on the ground. Evans again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Zach Evans with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you say 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And that's try to come back from a 4. It's caught inside the 25. And touchdown. Christian Watson, 77 yards. And the Blues are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Carlson on for the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
17.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
97.
And running with power here. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
Clock, 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready?
Evans gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 212 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's a 2nd and 8. And they'll go right back to Evans. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Black shot. Ultra. Slide blue.
Throwing now is Lance. That is caught. And he is going to have the Rams 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
They'll run out of the gun with Evans. Shedding through the defense. And able to get this to the 31.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ready?
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the 1st half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Smash, red. Set.
Lance now to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
On the set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 4.
52 blaster. Ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And this taken in at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, it's Evans. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 239 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Black Ultra. Ready?
Now Lance. That's complete to Robinson. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Down. Blue check. Hustle, hustle.
Now pitching it out to Evans. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Four-yard punt, return of 9. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Got it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
First and 10 at the 42.
Here we go. 43 rail.
Glove. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And all the way in for the touchdown. Christian Watson with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Blues have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now Carlson for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready, set.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire.
Come on,
but
set.
at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
Jefferson moving in motion left. Evans gets it again on second down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Ready.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Check right. Ready.
On 3rd down, here's Evans. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 23. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Love. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10.
Yellow. Ready?
Here's Love. Quick slant to Watson. And it's a fumble. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Love looking to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Working out of the gun. Love. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Blaster, 6. Hey, red.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
Ready.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So the LA Rams with a victory here, and it was a game where they were